From the sidelines, we gotta hustle cause we gotta eat.
What up, Coach Leaves here, right outside the Nike Studio of Dreams in Atlanta, kind of their pop-up shop for the Super Bowl. I'm gonna take you guys on a little tour. So the Nike Studio of Dreams was the pop-up space that Nike created in Atlanta for the Super Bowl. And the thought behind the Nike Studio of Dreams was that it was gonna be a space where fans could experience their wildest football dreams on and off the field. And that was the environment that Nike created, especially for us as content creators, because we were given a bit of an elevated experience apart from what the public was able to do in there as well. For the content creators, Nike really broke the week into three parts. There was the off the field experience where we were in these creative spaces with NFL athletes. We were able to talk to Russell Wilson and Cam Jordan about their upcoming cleats. We made custom jerseys and custom sweatshirts with Tarik, Cohen, and Davantae Adams. And then we heard some awesome panel discussions about the culture of football. Then the second part was really the on-field training piece where we went through a workout with Nike trainers where Calvin Ridley of the Atlanta Falcons and Kenyon Drake of the Miami Dolphins came to watch us and support us through it. We caught passes from Bears quarterback Mitchell Trubisky, which eventually got pretty competitive and turned into a one-on-one wide receiver versus DB session, which was a ton of fun. And then the third part was the gear and the footwear and the merchandise that makes Nike who it is today. The Studio of Dreams space and the entire week just really showed me why Nike is who they are, which is one of the greatest brands of all time. The creative space was so thoughtfully put together. Every feature in it had a specific purpose and a deeper meaning, and we were lucky enough to experience all of those features firsthand, which was incredible. I'm going to take you guys on a tour of the Nike Studio of Dreams and share footage from all of our activities during the week with Nike. Hope you guys enjoy.
I think it's our flavors.
All right, we got jersey customization here. And guys putting their own flavor on some football themed jerseys. Sewing machine going. He's gonna reveal my
right,
custom
let's
jersey.
See what you made. Let's see what you made. All right, it's a surprise here. Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Oh, this is dope. Look at all these graphics.
Right.
This is lit.
1-9. That was my number in college.
That's tight.
Drew.
Look at that.
That's dope, man.
Drippy swoosh.
Got the approval from the fashion guru himself.
Tight. Oh, look at you have a mascot
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Oh, tight. Look at we matching mascots.
Oh, I
now.
love it. I love it. That's so tight.
It's lit.
That's awesome. I appreciate you.
Dope.
Some of the Haram Preston collection, some of the collabs he's done with Nike.
Let's do a shoulder pass. Let's put him on the shoulder.
Right there.
Yep, right there.
From Atlanta, but
Right.
it's a cute design.
That's that Tarik.
Yeah.
Tarik can probably put that thing up like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, your sweatshirt looks exactly like mine.
Like, bam. But it's up to you, whatever.
I like that. I like how it's cocked like that too.
Yeah, so you like the placement?
Probably one of my favorite parts of the week was the time I was able to spend with Davantae Adams. And Davantae was a great guy, and before we had met in person, we had actually engaged quite a bit on social media. He was the first NFL athlete to repost some of our content on Instagram when I made a video about him back during the season, and he reposted that on his story, and that was kind of the catalyst that caused us to blow up from 2,000 followers to over 30,000 followers, which happened just during this football season. So we already had quite a bit of interaction together, so then it was great to finally meet in person. And we sat down and customized a sweatshirt together. And then after that was done, we ended up talking football and talking receiver play for like 45 minutes and could have gone on for hours had we had time. And it was so easy to see how he's developed himself into one of the best receivers in the NFL. He was so thoughtful about the position. He appreciated the nuances of the craft. And he could have explained to me every single aspect of his job in great detail had we had the time. He was very thoughtful, and we just had a great time talking about football and specifically diving into wide receiver play with each other. We left by exchanging numbers and promising to link up in California, where I hope to train him in the offseason and really do whatever I can to help improve his game and give him any advantages going into next season. Shout out to Tay Adams, man. I really appreciate the time I was able to spend with him, and there will be big things coming from us very soon, that's for sure. Right here we got the Cam Kirk Studios. Pretty cool setup. Cam Kirk's a famous photographer.
This is kind of the exhibit. Kind of the exhibit center. They got some displays here. Pretty cool. Got some cleats made of marble right here. This is the Tarik Cohen HBCU themed kind of display. Really cool. Obviously, HBCU schools are known for their marching bands.
What's going on, everyone? In 10 minutes, we're going to kick off the culture of football with Aaron Preston, Cam Kirk, and Travis Kelce. A dope panel discussion hosted by Lance Fresh. So that's at 4 p.m. in about 10 minutes. Stay tuned.
Kind of like podcast by football inspired. Pretty cool little display here. Goes right in line with what we do at Sideline Hustle. Football pads, then, you know, tell your own football story. That's what we all about here. This is where we'll have the panel discussion you just heard. Travis Kelce, Cam Kirk, and Aaron Preston. The culture of football.
Look good, you play good. You play good, they pay good, man. So you have to be you're most comfortable when you're out there. And loving guys like Deion Sanders and 90s sports stars.
Where he was all-time quarterback, all-city in San Francisco, where I'm from. So he introduced me to the sport. There was pads in the house, helmets in the house, footballs in the house. So from a little kid, I started putting the gear on. And then when I got to high school, I played wide receiver.
The entire Culture of Football Talk will be available soon on YouTube and throughout our podcast channels, so check it out there.
Feel the dreams. What up? Little flag football display. One of the themes of the weekend with Nike, they're having a lot of varsity flag football teams from Georgia kind of roll through and get some training sessions in with Nike trainers and Nike athletes. Flag football has become a varsity sport down here, which is different than up in the Northeast. Warwick Dunn, one of the Atlanta GOATs, display here. He'll be here over the weekend. I think we'll get some footage with him. We're running to a Jerry Rice, Davantae Adams talk, running a little late, but you know, we'll see what we got.
Catching the football, just running away from everybody. So he goes back to San Francisco. The head coach of the San Francisco 49ers said, hey, look, we need to look at this guy from Mississippi Valley State University. And that was it. That's how I got drafted. So you never know.
So my first year at Fresno State, actually redshirted the first year. My whole mentality was, you know, it was kind of like the basketball mentality, dude. You know, get in and get out and get on to what I'm trying to do. So redshirting my first year kind of, you know, mentally messed me up a little bit because, you know, you're practicing and you're going to school, doing all the things that, you know, it wasn't a part of the dream. You know, obviously practicing and all that stuff is definitely a part of the overall deal, but to not be able to play on Saturdays and things like that, it got to me a little bit, but I really just use that as motivation to, you know, do everything I could to, you know, blow everything out of the water in the year as soon as I get in there. So
the entire Jerry Rice and Davantae Adams panel will be available separately on YouTube as well as in podcast form on all of our podcast channels.
Let's check out this gift bag. You know, Nike always knows how to hook it up with the gift bags. Shout out to Nike, man. I checked into my hotel last night and had this awesome gift bag. All the official Super Bowl gear. Got a pair of the PlayStation Air Force Ones. These are fire. I'm gonna wear these at some point this weekend. Ooh, boy. You got the PlayStation Air Force Ones. Some training shoes. Real nice Nikes. Again, all the Super Bowl gear. Got a duffel bag full of, more training stuff. We got some wide receiver gloves, socks, compression shorts. We got everything, man. Shout out to Nike, always holding it down. Oh boy. The Nike Vapor cleats, the gold bottoms. Man, these are fresh. I think we're doing some training sessions while we're here, so I'm excited to wear these. Nike, all you guys at Nike, you know who you are. I appreciate y'all. What an incredible gift bag.
I just want to say thank you to the guys at Nike for the incredible gift bag and all the other gear we were gifted throughout the week. It was an incredible experience. Not only did they hook us up with unbelievable amounts of Nike gear, they also gave us an exclusive shopping experience at their sneakers pop-up shop. If you've ever used the sneakers app to try to cop the latest shoes, it was basically the app in store form with some of the hottest, newest shoes available on the market, and they had new shoes rolling in every day, and we were able to have a private shopping experience every day and take our pick from some of the newest stuff.
We're at Nike's sneaker pop-up shop, which is like the sneakers app in store form. Classic, all whites. Nike gave us a pair of these. I'll be rocking these this weekend. These are tough. The Paul George, the LeBrons. Y'all gotta tell me which ones are your favorites in the comments. Which shoes would you cop if you could cop any pair? I might cop these. I might have to cop the 3s if I could choose. Pretty cool little pop-up shop, cool experience.
Now on to the second part of our Nike experience was the training on-field aspect of the Nike Studio of Dreams. I'm about to show you guys the training space that was right above the Studio of Dreams. It was actually a converted parking garage that Nike did an incredible job making feel like it was this homey, comfortable training space with turf and an area for cone drills, an area for speed ladders, and then a mini track as well where teams could run sprints.
We're here at the Nike training facility right above the creative space. It's a high school going through a workout. Check it out. Get that work in. This shit tough.
Again, the goal of the Nike Studio of Dreams was to allow people to experience their wildest dreams on and off the field, and they certainly crushed it with the on-field experience, bringing through 20 public schools who were able to work with some of their idols. I know Antonio Brown rolled through, and all the other guys that we were able to spend some time and talk to those kids. And then of course the experience that they gave us in this training space was second to none. Some of the things you're gonna see here is a conversation with Russell Wilson of the Seattle Seahawks, Cam Jordan of the New Orleans Saints. They're going to introduce their new cleats that will be released this offseason and talk to us about what they were looking for in a cleat. I was also able to do one-on-one interviews with each of those guys, talking to both Russell and Cam about their training regimens and some of their film study habits, which was really cool. And those full interviews will be available separately as well.
This is actually a parking garage that we have created into a training space to help inspire our high school athletes who have been coming in all week to work out with some Nike trainers. And it's just been an elevated experience for them for the class. So today we are excited for you guys to be here and get this really neat experience with Russell and Nike. So today we get to talk with Russell a little bit about some cleats.
Yeah, well, I think first of all, thank you guys for coming. It's super exciting just to spend a lot of time with you guys. I know you guys have such a cool social impact, but also you guys are all visionaries yourselves. You guys have created your own storylines, and I think that's what I relate to a lot. So when it comes to my cleat, though, like quarterback, I think kind of the same way. For me, as you guys probably know, we see on the field, I trade a lot. I'm moving. The agility part, the stop and start, step up and slide, make the throw, and do all that stuff. That's my game. That's what I've done since I was a little kid. That's what I want to feel strong. I want to feel balanced. I want to feel like I'm always under control. So for me, the first thing that I had to have stability. What we wanted to create is a bottom, that felt, I would say cheetah-like. We'll go through that a little bit further. But that was the first thing. I think the second thing is you want to create that stability up top. I'm a person that when I'm at the bottom of the pile, they're pulling, they're scraping, they're twisting my ankle, they're trying to mess me up. So if I'm out of the game, they're probably going to win. So I wanted to have that, pretty much, I would say almost high top look and feel where I felt that stability around my ankle.
So today we get to get a little sneak peek. So this is under embargo right now, so nothing can be shooted out into the universe, okay?
Here's a snippet of our interview with Russell Wilson, Cam Jordan. The entire interview will be available separately on YouTube and in podcast form, so make sure you check it out.
It's not a particular drill. There's a lot of things I do. I'm a very habitual person, but I also like new things too as well. I do think the most important thing is movement, staying mobile, as much as possible, stretching a ton, because the more that you can bend, the more you can start to stop, the better off you're going to be.
What up, man? Drew.
How you doing?
Yeah, good to meet you. That's what Russ was just saying too.
Okay, perfect.
What's like talk me through like your pre-snap process? What are the things that are always running through your mind that you're kind of studying, like the indicators?
I can't give you that. That's like my secret. No, in a game, bro, like you'll see me tilted in, like looking. It's all about that width, that distance from the offensive tackle, being able to relate to your points, and then of course you talk about the ball. You got to know, whether the center is going to, which way he's going to fan. You got to know which way he's going to protect. You got to know, does he have like any cadences that he falls into, any rhythms in terms of like, is he a heel lifter? Is he a knee twitcher?
All those little indicators.
Is he like offhand twitch before he moves? But I feel like I know them more than the girlfriend knows.
In fact, I feel that because you got to study it that long.
I know the way your man moves.
Nah, I feel you. That's all I got, man. I appreciate you. Best of luck with everything.
Appreciate it.
All right, man. Thanks.
So you're not Baker Mayfield Jr.?
No, but
okay. What was your name?
Drew. But I did play quarterback.
And then the last on-field experience was probably my favorite, which was catching passes with Mitchell Trubisky. And like I mentioned before, things ended up getting pretty competitive, and we started doing a one-on-one wide receiver versus DB competition, and you'll see some pretty good footage from that coming up.
We're out here on the NFL flag football field at the Super Bowl experience, about to catch some passes from Mitchell Trubisky. Should be a pretty fun time. Here, about to catch some passes with Mitchell Trubisky. What up?
Guys, I'm here with Baker Mayfield in the flesh. Let me see the moves.
Hey, go ahead. Catching passes from Mitch Trubisky out here at the NFL experience, the Super Bowl. Let's see what's good.
Basically, the Department of Unimaginable is this fictitious place on campus that exists underneath the lake.
The last part of our day on Friday was a look inside the Department of Unimaginable, which was this lab that represents a Nike sneakers lab and showed us some of the technology that Nike uses to create the Air Max sneaker.
Right. But it's real. Like, we have people working on innovation in air all day on campus. The latest airbag is 86 layers. It was developed for first the Big Max. That material was developed for the Big Max because we stripped away the foam and just let you ride on air. Yeah. And now it's super puncture resistant. These are all the like little experiments, or at least the glorification of the experiments and artistic interpretation of the experiments. You know, so you got this establishment. This little camera here kind of sees you. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's live right there. So you can actually see yourself at a desk at Nike, which is something that we're trying to push honestly. At Nike On Air last year, which we did for Air Max Day, actually 5 people got jobs at Nike in them. So this is just to help you establish kind of understanding of that. And this is the super loosey stuff. But a super loose material.
And then right after that experience, Nike gifted us with a brand new pair of the Air Max 720s, which were released on that day.
Oh boy. Damn.
The next morning, we woke up for a 9 a.m. training session, and I was able to have an awesome one-on-one interview with Atlanta Falcons wide receiver Calvin Ridley.
All right, day 4, about to go through a training session with some of these Nike trainers. A little early in the morning for this, but it should be a good time. All right, so we're here with Calvin Ridley of the Atlanta Falcons. I just going to talk to you about, obviously you've had a great career so far, had a good rookie year, had a great career at Alabama. What are some things that you're doing training-wise now that you wish you had done earlier, that you kind of picked up on later in your career?
Squatting.
Word.
I mean, I squatted, but
yeah.
I got to start. Like this offseason, I'm gonna take it, to another level.
Right.
Yeah, I see.
That's the young man. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That shit blew up because people were like, "Oh, how do I get my hands stronger?" or something. Yeah. All right.
So you really be with people doing shit.
Oh yeah. Like I train. Like I'm training 3 guys who are gonna get drafted this year. And then just started this shit. Yeah.
You know it. We gotta hustle because we gotta eat.
Yeah, boy. All right. I appreciate you, man. Great stuff. All right, man.
From the sidelines, we gotta hustle cause we gotta eat. From the sidelines, we got some goals that we still gotta reach.
So that's it. That's all we've got from our Super Bowl experience. I can't thank Nike enough for having us down in Atlanta and for the way they treated us all week. What an incredible opportunity for us to grow our brand and also just to be around some amazing content creators. I learned so much this week and I can't wait to see the results of it and be able to share that with you guys. If you want to see more footage from the actual game, head over to IGTV on our Instagram account at Sideline Hustle. I'm going to post a short video about what it was like actually being at the game on that platform. Like I mentioned during the vlog, a lot of those individual interviews with Russell Wilson, Cam Jordan, and Calvin Ridley will be available separately on YouTube and on our podcast channel, so check them out if you're looking forward to seeing those. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, share it with your friends, leave your feedback in the comments. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're definitely going to be putting more and more long-form content up on this channel. Again, thank you to Nike for having us. I'm so glad we were able to share this experience with you guys. Until next time, this is Coach Leaves signing out. Peace.
Sidelines, we gotta hustle cause we gotta eat.